without having to go into the operating system, just, like right on the screen, on the browser. Like a person should be able to, a really well-designed website would have kind of skin control. You can just skin it any way you want without having to, go anywhere, but it's just right there as a control, right on the web page. Poof. Whatever mood you're in, if you want to sleep, choose some dark, low energy colors like reds and oranges, or maybe a darker blue, or purple. Purple, that's the highest, that's above blue. But how it affects us is debatable, because we don't live under a purple sky. Our brains and the chemistry of our mind is kind of tuned into that color. The molecules that were evolved in those primitive organisms 500 million years ago, the transition metals that are in those molecules, perhaps, I'm just speculating here, but I think it would definitely be something for a molecular biologist to look at, the quantum mechanics of neurochemistry, and like what's the relationship? We know that this pineal gland it's got structures that are similar to rods and cones. It was an eye at one time, but it had a different purpose. Why does a lizard need 3 eyes? They have, some of them have this eye in the middle of their skull. It's right at the top, and it looks like it's there to, the light is used for probably the synthesis of neurochemicals. Lizards need their DMT too. There's no known purpose for DMT. If you look at WebMD or Wikipedia, there's nothing. They don't talk about a purpose, a role it has in organic life. But as far as I'm concerned, it does a number of things. Color perception is richer. If you don't have to take the stuff, if you just, say, drink certain teas and oregano oil or whatever, there's things that can decalcify your pineal gland. I guess they call it calcification, and it doesn't function as well. Some people get insomnia, probably calcification. But these, I'm just high on this lizard, so I think it was there to, receive the light so that the light could be directly converted into neurochemicals right at the center of the brain where so anyways, the purpose of DMT is like color perception, imagination in the human being. I think it'd be more vivid imagination. Like little kids are really good with that, the colors they like, unicorns and stuff like that. And but also what it does is it stimulates neural activity. So if you're in an emergency situation, if you perceive an emergency, you might have some weird feelings, and they call it a psychotic break in some people. They freak out and they just flip, and then they call it schizophrenia. And then they need to, they could just cause like an imbalance. It's very complicated. We don't understand everything, but I think I've seen that connection, and I think I'm right about it. So that's as far as we can get, our closest we can get to the smoke. This is the river walk. It's too icy down there. I'm going to stay on the road. Caution, bear in area. Division Street. Let's go back. So yeah, it's not on the surface anymore. We have a cerebral cortex in the way. But if you ever looked at the sun through your hand, and you notice that your hand looks pink, it's almost opaque. It's like pink, translucent. Well, yeah, blue light is going through you, and it's hitting that thing. So anytime you're in front of a blue light, you're changing the chemical activity. and the synthesis of, say, serotonin and melatonin is you're knocking it down. It's not progressing as rapidly in your pineal gland. So that's important to know, I think. I think it has a chain reaction. It can cause a host of other conditions, can be kind of exacerbated or accelerated or affected by that. Because they talk about this condition called adolescent idiopathic scoliosis. The idiopathic means they don't know what it is. And they still are like scratching their heads about it. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Yeah. I don't know if there's a direct correlation between that. But I mean, some of these kids are not getting enough vitamin D. So at vitamin D, you go in the sun, boom, your body manufactures it. It's funny how it comes from sea creatures, huh? Why do they have so much of it in their bodies? Well, I think there's a reason for that. I think a lot of it comes from the base of the food chain. The plankton and the krill. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe not. It deserves further thought. It's interesting, though. We're animals, Some of us want to be vegetarians, but, we're not rabbits. Rabbits had to evolve, and some of them didn't survive. To become a rabbit, if you want to be a rabbit, then you have to eat pine cones and stuff. I guarantee you will get sick. So when the ocean froze over 500 million years ago, there wasn't as much plant food. So creatures started moving around and consuming each other. That's when we became predators. That's when animals started evolving, because that was the only way to get food. Sunlight was getting through, but I imagine an ecosystem collapsed. So not as much light is hitting the ground, so the energy levels dropped, and so there was a lot of decaying stuff. And so all of a sudden, these creatures were like the mushrooms came into existence, predators that just feed off of decaying matter, and all the other animals. It was all predator-prey relationships. That's what animals do. We eat other animals, or we become herbivores. But, we're not cattle. We don't have 4 stomachs, right? So if you want to become a cow, grow 4 stomachs. But until then, there are certain realities about being a human being. And it's unfortunate, but we can evolve into anything we want to be, and we will. We don't have to slaughter animals and continue to eat them for the rest of the universe's existence. We'll evolve away from that, maybe. But we did evolve into, when we started hunting, it gave us a lot more time to think, because it wasn't so much work to get food anymore. And so that was an advantage for us, and it helped us get to this point. But now, maybe we can, I don't know, the ethics of killing other animals to survive. It's, some people just, they don't fucking care. Other people care, I think there's different reasons for becoming a vegetarian. Some people just think animal products are gross. But, stuff like milk and eggs, that's not a living thing. It's just, I love eggs. I think they can be gross and they're very rich, but if you're hungry, there's nothing like a nice sunny side up egg. That egg yolk is like hollandaise sauce. Hollandaise sauce, butter, and egg yolk. Oh, God. The rec center. That's I got some iodine in my. I had a tiny little one there. So this iodine is the new thing. Providone, called providone iodine. It's like a water soluble form, so it couldn't be absorbed. Gets down in the skin cells and just cleans you out. It's great. It's working like a charm. I can't believe it. It's stricken. Hey, maybe this one's open. Oh, this one's open. A good old hockey game. Boundary Minor Hockey League 2013. Hi. Good, how you doing? Is there going to be any hockey this year? Well, I mean, can't they just wear masks or something, the kids?
No, that's not up that. That's up
I guess it's the, yeah, I know, it's...
They do have practices still, but they have to stay 10 feet apart.
Yeah, no checking. That's fine.
Yeah, no, this is like, you can't even do they can only do drills.
Oh, yeah.
The state fireplace.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's...
Right now, anyhow. We're back to stage 2. We were at stage 3 where they could do that, but they could have.
Oh, the stages, I didn't... Is that like a sports protocol for COVID or something?
It is, exactly.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah, It
Oh.
should be a sports with this, with our
Better be safe than sorry, I
It
say.
is. It's not going away just yet.
No, we need to remain vigilant. We're lucky out here too, you know.
Sure.
It's not like it is in Europe. Wow, huh?
No, I just gotta get this.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I just wanted to pop in and see what was. I thought maybe it was a big gymnasium or something, but I knew it's it's Canada, right? Yeah, it's ice. Thanks, man. Okay, so we've got. Oh, it's only half an hour. So this is 3-part movie so far. I should be back in 10 minutes. There's the deer. They're still over there munching out in the grass. Wow, they sure are patient, huh? The life of a deer. It looks boring to me, but I guess they don't have complex needs. Yeah, I wonder what they think about. They think about probably simple pleasures, you know, like resting and chasing each other around, stuff like that. They probably like a little family, huh? They hang around together. They protect each other. They communicate probably in weird ways we don't even understand. You know, just with a look. You know, when you're a kid, you don't understand things like that. You're just much more an intuitive human being, you know, especially if you're an animal person. You see that? Here they are, right there in the center. Oh, I've been walking on Zoom mode all the time. That's fine though. Because Zoom is more like what I see. I mean, my vision, it's at about that scale. 1 times 1 is more like wide angle. Yeah. Community center. It's a brown maple leaf. I think. Just stylized maple leaf. Oh, look. Can you see the moon above the telephone line there? Should be right dead center. The moon, it's almost at first quarter. I can see the Sea of Tranquility where the lander, the moon, Apollo 11 moon lander, the base of the lander is still there. Sitting there with all the footprints of Neil and Buzz. Soon we'll be back there. I'll see them again, land again in my lifetime. I'm pretty sure of it. Unless something happens. I don't want to think about that. I want to stick around. I'm really loving my life right now. I love life. I love it. I love it. Love. Yeah. Search on YouTube ASMR Christmas Spa and listen to Lisa. It goes dark and she just whispers. There's a portion of the video where she turns the light off or like turns the camera off, but you can hear her, and she's just repeating that word, love. Love that kid. God, what a beautiful child she was. She's still a beautiful person, but thank God for the internet. In some ways it's fantastic. Like it changed me. I'll never be the same. So grateful. You can walk all the way down that way too. That's a good country mile, huh? I could check it out on the map. I'll do measure the distance using Google Map. See what it comes out to. And then I'll post it in the description of the movie. I'll have the same description for all three movies, I think. That'll make it easy. I'll have it up in about half an hour. An hour, something like that. I kind of like being behind the mask. Keeps your skin warm. You can get these neoprene masks for outdoor stuff. I wonder if I can go cross country here. No. Looking like the neighbors are going to come across me here. I'd rather just kind of boot over there, but I don't want to cut that guy's things out. Hi. That place has always got smoke coming out of the chimney. Oh, that one too. People hurt the wood. To burn the wood. Okay, here we are. I'm going to cut it now. Bye-bye.